Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA. Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in on a one-game winning streak. What do you say we keep that one positive? Because they haven't had much to be positive about lately.
Yeah, let's take it maybe and make it almost like the theater. You're only as good as your last performance. Hopefully they can continue to move forward.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Murray now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and then get off the field.
And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, a run with Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
You look at this Niner defense.
And they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that it's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
First down, Murray. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Kyler going to give this to Benson. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 16 carries, 104 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
13 yards there and a Niner first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Second down and 6 now. Up the middle with Brooks here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Once again, it's Brooks.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Cardinal offense takes back over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered. And
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Past the 20. 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. On play action, it's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Second down, Murray sets to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 17-0 our score after 1. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Murray changing the play. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 97 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another night. Gained 13 yards that time and another first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Tip Ryman
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Niners take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Moody good with the extra point.
And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plus. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Mitchell now off the option.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Purdy.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A run out of the gun with Brooks.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And stopped a few yards. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift them around.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Tip Ryman
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the 49ers are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it... Purdy to throw it on first down. That one completes a Ligon. Look at the big man rumble. Now look out. He's to the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Xavier Legette, 93 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. On first down, it's Purdy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover. Now they'll audible to something else. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Purdy. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown 49ers. Jalen Waddle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have got it on cruise control. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, Purdy. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. Third and 8.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal.
That is caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Finding Williams once more, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
from 4 yards out.
And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here. third quarter.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protected.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
In lieu of the sneak on 4th and inches, they just say, give it to the big man in the backfield.
Yeah, fullback no less. Not many of those left in the NFL, but for those that have one, perfect time to use them. Perfect time to get it done.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, Brooks.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Here we go. Set. Liking 18. Street.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal. Now back to throw.
That's complete, left side to Worthy.
Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the 49ers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the feed.
Waddle, the motion man right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards.
And the 49ers are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the after a while, they were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for San Francisco, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.